if C could develop and pass into Do of a new octave, it would be possible to build a new body within us. This needs special conditions. Man by himself cannot become a new man. Special inner combinations are necessary. Crystallization. When such a special matter accumulates in sufficient quantities, it may begin to crystallize, as salt begins to crystallize in water, if more than a certain proportion of it is added. When a great deal of fine matter accumulates in a man, there comes a moment when a new body can form and crystallize in him, the Do of a new octave, a higher octave. This body, often called the astral, can only be formed from this special matter, and cannot come into being unconsciously. In ordinary conditions, this matter may be produced in the organism, but is used and thrown out. Ways. To build this body inside man is the aim of all religions and all schools. Every religion has its own special way, but the aim is always the same. There are many ways towards achieving this aim. I have studied about 200 religions, but if they are to be classified, I would say that there exist only 4 ways. As you already know, man has a number of specific centres. Let us take 4 of them: moving, thinking, feeling, and the formatory apparatus. Imagine a man as a flat with 4 rooms. The first room is our physical body and corresponds to the cart in another illustration I have given. The second room is the emotional centre, or the horse. The third room, the intellectual centre, or the driver. And the fourth room, the master. Every religion understands that the master is not there and seeks him. But a master can be there only when the whole flat is furnished. Before receiving visitors, all the rooms should be furnished. Everyone does this in his own way. If a man is not rich, he furnishes every room separately, little by little. In order to furnish the fourth room, one must first furnish the other 3. The 4 ways differ according to the order in which the 3 rooms are furnished. The first way begins with the furnishing of the first room, and so on. The fourth way is the way of Hatha Yoga. It resembles the way of the yogi, but at the same time it has something different. Like the yogi, the Hatha yogi studies everything that can be studied, but he has the means of knowing more than an ordinary yogi can know. In the East there exists a custom. If I know something, I tell it only to my eldest son. In this manner certain secrets are passed on, and outsiders cannot learn them. Of 100 yogis, perhaps only 1 knows these secrets. The point is that there is a certain prepared knowledge which speeds up work on the way. What is the difference? I shall explain with an example. Let us suppose that in order to obtain a certain substance, a yogi must do a breathing exercise. He knows that he must lie down and breathe for a certain time. A Hatha yogi also knows all that a yogi knows and does the same as he. But a Hatha yogi has a certain apparatus with the help of which he could collect from the air the elements required for his body. A Hatha yogi saves time because he knows these secrets. A yogi spends 5 hours, a Hatha yogi 1 hour. The latter uses knowledge which the yogi has not got. A yogi does in a year what a Hatha yogi does in a month, and so it is in everything. All these ways aim at one thing, to transform C inwardly into a new body. Just as a man can build his astral body by an ordinary process conforming to law, so he can construct within himself a 3rd body and can then begin to build a 4th body. One body comes into being inside another. They can be separated and sit on different chairs. All the ways, all schools, have one and the same aim. They always strive for one thing. But a man who has joined one of the ways may not realise this. A monk has faith and thinks that one can only succeed in his way. His teacher alone knows the aim, but he purposely does not tell him, for if his pupil knew, he would not work so hard. Each way has its own theories, its own proofs.